Okay, good morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Hope this finds you well. So, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Basically, I wanted to sort of see how things would go, what people were sort of looking for, and if people found the videos useful. And people do, so that's good. So my sort of thinking is, if I have an idea for a video, I'll just go out and make it. So that's what today is. Today, I am out doing common driving faults in Abergavenny, or at least common faults that I've seen students make on test. So, that's what I'll be doing today. So, a couple things that we might cover is observations at junctions, meeting situations, like right now, the Hardwick Roundabout, classic. If you know Abergavenny, you know. So the Hardwick Roundabout, dual carriageway driving, or driving at speed, just to name a few. So those are a few things that I want to go over today. So in no particular order, I'm just kind of going out, and I've got a couple areas in mind that I want to go and visit, that I want to just go around just to see if anything happens. But I will try and talk as I get up to those situations when I get to them. Now, any students of mine may recognise that this is not my teaching car. This is my car, or my other car. And the reason I'm out in this one today is partly because I need to get out and drive it a little bit more, just to make sure the battery doesn't run flat. So, and I thought, why not take it out today for a little drive to help explain some things. Okay, so the first one we're going to kind of get up to is emerging onto a dual carriageway, or moving onto a fast moving road. So at the moment we're doing 20, but we are soon going to be joining Carriageway, or the main road going down towards the Hardwick. And quite commonly, a lot of students are very used to accelerating, around town, so very softly, not very aggressively. Well, it's a good thing. However, when you get up onto a dual carriageway or onto a fast-moving road, you do actually need to pick up the pace a fair bit quicker than you would normally. So when going from a minor road like we are, up onto a major road, you do need to try and fit in with traffic, and part of that is accelerating. And this is something I do try and teach my students, but you can't always, accelerate around all over the place. So I want to sort of show an example of how I would accelerate up onto a fast moving road. So when we go around here, also, before you get at me, my indicator is silent. So it is on, I am indicating at the right time, but it is just quiet. Now, I'm in third gear. I'm in third gear at the moment because when I get up onto this road, I know that third gear for my car means that I can accelerate quite quickly. So I'm putting the foot down, still in third gear, and I've gotten all the way up to 50 or 60 just in third gear. My car can do that. Not every car can do that, granted. My car is a little bit quicker than others. But the quicker you can get up to speed so that you can be at the same speed as the cars already on the road, the better. So me being able to get up to 50, get up to 60, because this is a 60 road, means that any cars behind me don't have to slow down for me, they don't have to brake, they don't have to do anything. I can just merge over at the same speed as them, and it becomes a lot easier to manage. Now I am going to have to slow down because there is a 40 in front of me. So I'll slow down first, all the way down to 40. Then I'm going to choose an appropriate gear. For me, that's fourth gear. So yeah, when you're coming up along a slip road, you need to pick up the pace. Because you could see, I was in third gear that entire time, and I picked up the pace quite quickly. And that means that any cars coming up the road don't have to slow down for me, don't have to do anything, it becomes much easier to manage. Another one I guess I can throw in there is tailgating, because funnily enough, the person behind me is following a bit too close. Now, what should I do? What you shouldn't do is brake. You shouldn't slow down, you shouldn't slam the brakes on to try and scare them. I have had some people say that. What you should do is try and pay a little bit more attention up in front and predict situations a bit better. So if something comes up that you might need to slow down for, slow down earlier. So here's a national speed limit, but I'm not going to accelerate very much. The reason for that is because I know later on I'm going to need to slow down again. So I'm not going to accelerate too much, because I know I'm going to need to slow down, but I want to slow down early for this car behind me, because they're following way too close. So down here, I need to move over to the right-hand lane. This is another one people get caught out on. So again, I'm going to slow down early. So you can see how close this car is behind me. I'm going to choose an appropriate gear, that's third gear for me. And then I'm going to check my mirrors, indicate right. Now I can see there's cars coming around, so I'm just going to keep going around on this side, keeping in my lane. And as soon as I get straight, I can move over. Cancel the indicator, easy peasy. Now I want to stay in this lane because I'm going off to Merthyr. So I just need to be aware of any cars on my right that might want to take this exit. But I'm going to keep going around, staying in the middle lane, seeing if there's anybody around. There isn't. Now up at this roundabout, I'm taking the second exit, A465, which I can see on the ground. So, but down here I know some people like to take that exit in the left-hand lane. So as I'm coming down to the roundabout and focusing on the roundabout, I'm also going to be paying attention to the left. That left-hand lane shouldn't go onto the roundabout, but people do. Now I'm faster than a lorry, I know that for a fact, so I can get onto there, indicate, and I can start to build my speed. I'm predicting I'll probably be faster than these cars, but this car behind me might try and overtake. I can sort of see they're going to. Yep, there they go. So I'm not going to accelerate. I'm not going to accelerate harshly. I'm going to accelerate smoothly so that they can get past me. But then I'm going to start building my power, building up the speed. Now since this is a 70, changing it to gear, I can see they're braking, so mirrors signal and move out to the right. And then I can cancel that signal. Okay. Good. We're all overtaking this van and we're all going faster than it, so I'll keep my speed up and pick up the speed a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to move back to the left just yet, because I'm doing 70, there's nobody behind me. However, there's a slip road on the left, and I'm just going to wait a second until I pass the slip road. It's because you can see there's some slower moving cars getting up onto this road. So all I'm going to do is maintain my 70, and I can see these cars are all overtaking. Now, am I going faster than that grey car? Not really, so I'm going to move back to the left. Because there's no point me being in the overtaking lane if I'm not overtaking anybody. So, I'm just going to keep on in this lane. I'm doing 67, I'm not catching the grey car. If I feel I am, then I could move out and overtake. But I know I'm going to take the next turning on the left, which isn't it too far away. And I'm thinking, if I was to overtake that grey car, could I get back in? Well, my next opportunity is quite far away, so I'd really have to be overtaking quickly to get up to those spaces. And you can see those other cars in front, they're also taking those spaces. So I'm going to hang back. I'm not going to accelerate harshly. I'm doing about 64. That's perfectly fine. Now in your test, they're looking for you to make progress. Right now, it would be difficult for me to make progress and then get back to the left to take my exit. So I can hang back and I can go a bit slower. So that way, so I can go a bit slower. That's fine, not a problem. So you can see that black car might want to come back to the left. But I'm taking the next turning on the left. There you go, there they are. So mirrors and signal, slowing down because these grey cars are slowing down in front of me. choosing an appropriate gear. Then one last mirror check just to make sure nobody's on my left. And then coming off here. And then once I'm fully in the slip road, I can cancel my signal and I can start to slow down. And then on the roundabout, I'm taking the third exit right. So as I approach, nice and early, mirrors and signal, because I'm going a bit faster than usual. So I want to indicate a little bit earlier than usual. So I'm going to start slowing down. I'm going to preempt second, because I'm going to slow down that far. Clutch is up. I brought the clutch up, because now I can look, decide, and get onto the roundabout. Keeping a look around this A-pillar. And then when I get past this exit, mirrors, signal, move out to the left. Now, when I'm along here, national. So I want to try and build my speed up as quickly as possible. So I'm going all the way up as fast as I can, up to 70. Because then you notice I can then check my mirrors, signal, move over, nearly easy. Now I'm going to go faster than this car, so I'm going to check my mirrors, indicate, start to build my speed, and then move around. And then I can build my speed up to 70. But notice how by me speeding up to the appropriate speed on that slip road made it really easy to move onto this main road. That's what we should be doing. I can see that white car is catching that black one, or sorry, that white van is catching the black one. So they're probably going to go for an overtake. And you can see, there they go. That was a useless signal, but we shall continue. And as we are going about the same speed as that white van, we will also be going around the black car. So I'm not pushing up behind them. I'm kind of keeping at a speed where I'm keeping up, but I'm not pushing up. Now, I can anticipate they're probably going to... they are only doing very marginally slower than I am. And they're not catching that black car incredibly quickly. So I'll sit at 70 and catch up to them. They're indicating left, so they're coming off, so that's good. So again, same as last time, I'm coming along here. There's no point, well, there might be a point in me going back to the left now because of the lorry, but again, there's a slip road, so I'm going to wait out here temporarily. Still doing 70, still keeping up with traffic. Because there we go, car coming onto the main road. So because I'm out here, that lets them on straight away, which is really good. So as we come along here, now where do I fit into traffic? I'm probably going to start reducing my speed now because I don't think I can make it to that space. So I'm going to start reducing my speed, indicate to the left, so that that car knows what I'm doing. Then I come back over this way into this side. Because I didn't feel I was quick enough or fast enough to get past the lorry, which turns out to be a good idea because they were moving out to the right anyway. Okay, so one other mistake that a lot of, well, not a lot, but some students make is when they come along a road like this, going onto a slip road. It can be a little bit scary, but hopefully this will be a good example on how to do it properly. So I'm taking the next turning on the left. So I'm currently doing 58, and a lot of students will start to slow down in the main road. Shouldn't do that. So I've seen the sign, check the mirrors, indicate left. Taking off the gas, but not braking. Not braking, not braking, not braking, not braking, not braking. Hard on the brakes. All the way down to 20. Then I'm down into second gear, brought the clutch up, so that when I take this corner, I've got the clutch up, and then I can get the gas on, and I can get moving again. Because a lot of people will still have the clutch down whilst going around that corner. You should be up in gear at that point. Now, because I haven't seen any speed signs, it is still national speed limit. So that means I can drive along here at national speed. But I can see there's signs saying slow. The road sort of disappears off to the right. so I don't need to go that fast. A couple junctions, and then I can see 40, so I'm going to start slowing down, pick an appropriate gear. Mate, I wouldn't be overtaking on a corner if I was you. Although, to be fair, they are going quite slowly, so that should be fine actually, but still, should be careful when doing it on a corner. I already know from local knowledge there's a 20 there, so checking behind me, braking, clutch down to second. Then I am at 20 by the time we get over that line. And then we can just follow along here, doing 20, the speed limit. Cool. Okay, so the video has been a little bit of a ramble. There's been a couple things here and there that I think are useful. Hopefully all of you found it useful as well. It's been nice to get out in the car and drive around and talk, so that's good. So I hope you found this useful. If you have, thumbs up, comment, let me know what I need to do next, like what other videos you'd like to see me do, and if you enjoy these or not. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope to catch you in the next one. So take care. See you then.